Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Before we get started, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons. You know you want to, it's the right thing to do. And we are having some problems. So, first of all, we are running dangerously low on our number of available bots. We currently only have 4 unemployed bots, which isn't great, honestly. We could do with a few more just so we've got stock for when they break down. It does mean running both of our bot assemblers at the same time, but that's just what we're having to do. Our monument is in over here and giving us ore all in this area, which is lovely. Our current well-being is 36, pretty much thanks to that, I think. Oh, it's 46 in this district. That's quite nice. Which means over here, it's only 31. Only 31. But that's fine. That's fine for the moment. How are we doing over here? I've just extended our platforms a little bit because I was thinking we might need a third bot assembler just so we can turn it on every now and again and get a little boost to our bot numbers. That was the thinking there. Maybe. If we're going to do it, we're going to need to do it soon, I think. Before we run out of bots entirely. Yeah, let's put one in. We can always turn it back off again, can't we? There we go. It can plug in the end there, and we'll give it a path up to the front door. There we go. What does that need? Planks, gears, and metal blocks. Yeah, we might be waiting a while for the gears. Although we do have plenty in other districts, so that's fine. We are still having a bit of a log shortage in this district. This little area of tree growing just isn't doing the job. So I've put a path up onto this section here. And I think we should lay in a few explosives. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Never mind. And we'll bring all of that down 2 layers. And then we'll do the same over here to just bring it down 1 layer. And we'll probably be needing to stick a couple of paths across there, aren't we? Just so we can reach everything. There we go. And obviously then we'll take out these stairs and get rid of this little section as well. And then we'll put in some additional planting over here. With all of this water, we should be mostly hydrated in there, I think. Oh, you know what? We might as well bring it back to that lump there, mightn't we? Oh, on the plus side, we're also building from this district. That's good. I would have thought the bots would have jumped on that, but obviously not. They're clearly busy doing something else. Okay. Okay. Over here, I've still got the water running through this channel here, because all of this is being reasonably filled and maintained by that one set of source blocks up in the corner there. So we're not too worried about that. So I've just kept it running through here. As you can see, we are nearly at full charge on our batteries, and that is continuing to slowly rise. So that's nice. Over here, I have put in some explosives to clear out this little section here. There we go. And we've also got some set around here, so we can widen this section. There we go. Okay. We have our discharge completed. So we can, if we need to get down into this section, which we shouldn't, but if we do need to, we can just shut that off. We won't bother at the moment. Okay, I've started building up the sides of our what are we going to call it? Channel? Yeah, why not? And I want to get rid of that, I want to put in a pair of levees across there. And then I want to put steps down onto this so we can actually continue building it and building out this way with our levee walls and so on. So this is basically going to stretch this way at that height. And then we'll put in levees along the front here so we can fill up this and then send all of that down there. In terms of the water wheels that we're going to use, we're going to be putting them in like so on both sides. So hopefully that should provide us with a fair bit of power, in theory. Yeah, that's what we're going to do anyway. I'll let them get started and then we'll come in and extend it a bit further. And once it's all constructed, we'll come in and put the tiles down on it. And then we're going to have to think about actually getting access to all of the power points. So it's going to be fun. Whatever we decide, it's going to be fun. Okay, what are we on? We're on day 6, end of day 6. I'll spin on for a couple of days. I'll get this, all these explosives laden. Oh, it looks like the bots are actually getting to work now. Now that it's dark. But I'll get these explosives laid in, and then we'll come back and set up some additional tree planting over here. Start of day 12. We still haven't had the drought or bad tide warning, but we do have all of our explosives laid in over here. So let's set those off, shall we? There we go. That's opened up a little bit of space for us there. That's plenty of space for some tree planting. Let's get ourselves a forester in just there, and we'll pop in a couple of lumberjack flags as well. Right. No, we don't want cutting yet. We want to plant, I think, a big stand of pine across there, and then fill that area with oak. And we'll leave this open in case we want to open up another way through to this district, or if we want to open up further this way. No, that'll be fine. I was just thinking about maybe sort of blowing a trench in there to get some more hydration, but I think we're okay. Right. Cutting orders. Yes. All of that, please. In fact, we can get rid of all of this as well, can't we? Since we're here, we might as well. Just tidy up that area. There we go. Okay. Over here, I have put in an additional bot part factory to make bot limbs. Because we are running very low on bot limbs. That's eating into our gears, which is eating into our planks. Yeah. Over here, I have put in another industrial lumber mill to produce planks in this district, which means we can switch that off of obtain. We could probably put that onto supply, couldn't we? No, we'll leave it as it is for the moment. Building max workers, 3 of them. Well, yes, they will do, because I haven't set them up yet. We don't have very many unemployed bots at the moment, do we? What can we shut down? I'll tell you what, let's pause these hydroponic gardens. Temporarily. That's fine. Cultivation halted, that's fine. Let's set you up with bots. What do you mean nothing to do in range? Well, no, I mean nothing's been planted yet. Give it time. that should disappear, because there is a cutting order set up, isn't there? So as soon as something gets planted... There we go. But we can also pause these for the moment, because we don't need them working in there until that's grown. So, that's given us a couple of spare bots. That's something. There's no point putting that on, because we don't have the bot limbs to run it. Yeah. Problematic. Very much problematic. We can't expand either of these districts really anymore until we can produce more bots. And we can't produce more bots until we've got more bots. Yeah. Well, that's where we are. Anyway, over here, I am putting in, or I have put in, impermeable floor on the first section here. I do like that you can actually build it underneath structures that are already there. That's very nice. And we're just extending the first bit of this channel this way. We will continue building out the levee wall on this side. Like so. And we will continue bringing it out this way. Thank you, autosave. That was very useful of you. You little... Let's try that again. You are going to go down to there. Thank you. And then go to there. Obviously, we're not going to be putting in the levee wall in this section just yet, because we don't want this to start filling up until we've finished constructing, basically. Not that it's a major problem, because they're bots, they're not going to get contaminated or anything like that. It'll be a pain. Because it'll spill bad water all over the place and it'll be messy. Okay. I'm going to spin on a little bit more, probably to the start of the drought or bad tide now. Oh, our batteries are fully charged, which is nice. And that's just from running the water through here constantly. I honestly don't think I'm going to change it over at this point. That one water source up here seems to be doing a decent enough job of keeping all of this filled up. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for now. I might just leave it like that permanently. Who knows? But it does mean we can get a lot more industry going if we can get the bots for it. Which, at the moment, we can't. But I'll spin on until the start of the drought. We'll see what happens. And there's the drought. 7 days. Okay, that should be okay. That's slightly shorter than the previous one. We should be alright with that. Everything is closed up. I have closed up this little set of floodgates that feeds this lagoon here. Just because I want to make sure we maintain enough water in this section to stop our mangroves from dying. So I've switched off all the pumps in here as well. Yeah, but we should be fine. 7 days, we should be okay. Alright, we are up to 6 unemployed bots. That's better. We are maintaining our supplies of things at the moment, which is alright. Could do with some more bots, because obviously we have a few things switched off still over here. Including our woodcutters down here. Not that we need them at the moment. We've got... what? 8 days or so before they start growing, something like that. Yeah. I could, in theory, pause our food factory, because it's not doing a lot up here at the moment. Because we are very full of algae rations. So yeah, let's pause that for a little while. That gives us an additional bot. How's our power? We are using more than we are producing now, because obviously those wheels have stopped turning, or are stopping turning, and these wheels have stopped turning. So we are now going to be draining our batteries, but I think we've got enough power to see us through. Over here, I've decided I'm not going to do a full levee wall, though. That's just a ridiculous waste of resources. And I'm just going to put it on platforms. So I've set that in to build down there, as you can see. Obviously, we're going to need to figure out some sort of scaffold arrangement to take the power coming out of the wheels, because part of the wheel will sit on the levee itself, so we can't have a path running alongside. And the power will have to come out somewhere on this tile alongside it anyway. So we're going to need probably at least 2 tiles that we can move along around here. One to actually take the power and one to allow our beavers access all the way along. So probably need the same on the other side once we come round the loop. So we'll probably want to come across maybe 3 spaces. If I offset them, no, it would have to be more than that, because we need a central power connector as well. Unless I connect the power wheel above directly into the power wheel below. That could work. Yeah, so if I have one wheel pointing out this way, obviously we still need to connect up this side to the grid. But on this section, we could have each wheel just drop down and connect to the wheel below from about here, and have the ones here connected up maybe around this side onto this edge, and then connect up into the grid down here. I'm not explaining it very well, but I think I know what I'm going to do. It is going to be resource heavy up this end, but the further along we get, we'll use fewer resources to connect everything together, I think. Would it be easier to bring it out here and then out this way, and just dump it over here, rather than loop it back around? Don't know. I'll think about it. We've got some time anyway. I will play on through the drought. I don't foresee any major problems, but then I rarely do. They just turn up. Okay, all of our trees are planted. That's good. We can pause the forester until they're grown. Yeah, I think we're all right. I think we're set up. We don't appear to have any major deficiencies in terms of food or resources. We're a bit low on metal blocks, but that's okay, he says. Okay, so we're using them for bot heads and bot chassis. But I think that's all we're using them for. Okay, I think we're all right. I'll keep an eye on that. Make sure that number keeps rising. We have a smelter on over here, and we have... where are we? Have we got smelters over here? Yeah, there's a smelter right there. Is it worth putting in another smelter then? Yeah, alright, let's put in another smelter, shall we? Where's the best place to put that? Okay, I can put that. Pop it in there. I could pop it in like that. I could pop it in there, but I'd need to bring power out the back of somewhere else. Let's pop it in there and bring the path down there. That should probably be okay. We should be able to make that without any problems. Okay, right. I will spin on through the drought. There we go. The drought is over. We did absolutely fine. As expected. Hardly a shock. Okay, how are things going? Well, all right. We've built up our supply of bots a little bit. Had a couple more. I mean, we're breaking down at the rate we're creating them, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're not really advancing a huge amount there. We've built up our supply of bot limbs, so I am going to switch this bot part factory back off. Our smelter is in over here. So we've upped our supply of metal blocks. That's good. Again, not increasing the chassis or heads. So, actually, let's turn this back on. Make a few chassis, will you? Let's see if we can get ahead of the game that way. Okay. We did take enough water out that this section dried out. At this point, we'll drop that now. The water has returned, or the water is in the process of returning. And obviously we lost fertilization over here. So as you can see, I'm laying in a few explosives. So we can set this first section off because we're done with those. There we go. That's not going to do a lot of good for us at the moment, but we can now put in a secondary bridge across there. We'll bring the path around and we can destroy this bridge and lay in explosives under it as well. That's fine. Don't complain. You're all right. I will prioritise this bridge, though. There we go. You're going all the way around there. See, you can get round. It's fine. I mean, it's a bit of a trek, but you're fine. In terms of this district over here, we are making good progress. We've come out that far, or we are in the process of coming out this far. That should give us space for, I think, 2 rows of 5 water wheels. So, yeah, one there, one there, one there, one there, whoops, and one there. I think I've measured it out right anyway. If not, we'll just have, well, I mean, we are going to come a bit further. I think at least we want probably at least one more set of wheels. So that'll be another 5 tiles this way. And then we'll turn the corner and come back this way, I think. I mean, if we send it this way, we can block this off with dams and have another freshwater lagoon, because this will be dumping freshwater. Oops, if I swap these over. There we go. Yeah, so this is going to be dumping fresh water into here. If we divert all the bad water this way, we can dam that off and not have to worry about it. We'd have another section of fresh water, which would give us a lot more sort of hydrated land that we could then claim. Oh, you see, I'm tempted now. Very tempted now. Yeah, alright, I think we'll come this way. Yeah, we'll come this way, I think. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. How are we doing with our batteries? Oh no, we're down to, you know, however many that is, times however many we've got. It's a lot. We've got a lot of power. Okay, yes, that's where we are. That's what we're doing. That's what we're waiting for. So, once these explosives are laid in, I'll set those off. And then we'll have a bit of deep water here to hopefully keep this hydrated. That will fill up. It's just going to take a little while. I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's open those as well. We'll split the flow between the two. At least until this is filled. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And I'll spin on for a few more days. day 5. Everything has filled up sufficiently, so all the water is flowing again. I think I forgot to mention that over here we have demolished all of these ruins, so all of that is gone. I've obviously paused the scrap metal collectors here, but that does mean that the only scrap we are currently collecting is what's left over here, which isn't ideal. We're going to need more. We're not at a stage yet where we can put in a mine on here. We just don't have the bots for it. We do have some more over here. Other than that, it's just over here, I think. Yeah, so we'll probably go for these ones over here. That should be easy enough. Okay, let's get ourselves a path across here. No, actually, we'll come up this way. Like so. And up onto here. And we're going to need a lumberjack to come up and clear out some of this. All right. We can do that. Don't really care about the wood. That's not going to do us a lot of good. We'll just get out that strip so we can get the path across. And then... Thank you, autosave. We'll need to come down here. Like so. And we'll stick ourselves a couple of scavenger flags in there. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Right. How's everything else going? Well, yeah. It's going. We're building up a stock of parts slowly. So we'll be able to turn this on briefly sooner or later. And get another couple of bots churned out. Over here, we are still making progress. We're moving towards the centre. So I think another 5 there and we'll think about turning the corner and coming this way and dumping it all down here. Yeah. And then I need to think about actually connecting it up and all of that, which is going to be fun. I have some ideas, but, you know. So I think obviously we're going to be putting in the levee blocks across here. I was thinking about whether to just bring it up to this level or to bring it up one higher so it's actually dropping down into this level. I don't know. Don't know. We'll think about that. But yeah, we can bring the power back across this way and connect up here. Or we can connect up here and then drop it down around here somewhere and connect up into there, which has a convenient connection already and waiting. That's exactly between 2 of the wheels, I suspect. Yeah. Okay, well, no, we can work with that. That should be okay. We'll figure that out once we figure out exactly where the wheels are going in. What I'm probably going to want to do is figure out where this path is going to go as well. I think that should be where it needs to be. And we'll come across there. And we'll stick some steps up there. And then we can dynamite this down to this level. And carry on along there. And then we'll put in platforms where we need them to be. Which I think the first one is here. Like there. But as I say, we'll figure out where we're going to put the wheels once the actual channel is in place. Okay, I will spin on for a few more days. I'll try and get to the point where we can actually turn the corner and see where we're going to end up. There we go, day 14. The bad tide has started. It's going to be 8 days. That should be okay. Our sluice up here has already switched over, so that will be dumping all of that bad tide off the map there. That's good. This will continue through here. That's fine. Everything is closed up. We do have a decent supply of bots, however, which is nice. We've managed to now we sort of set that other bot part factory up to kind of juggle between chassis and heads. We're actually keeping up with the supply at the moment, so that's good. It does mean we actually have enough to turn these gardens back on. If I can find the bottom one, where are you? There you are. Turn those back on. We are making algae rations again, but we're almost out of algae, so might as well turn that off for the moment. Over here, we've got through here. We've cleared out this area of trees. I'm going to set these scavengers off on this set of ruins over here, because we are very nearly stripped of these ruins. We have about 60 odd scrap metal left over here, so that's not going to take long to get rid of that. Over here we are making progress. I've put in the next set of building orders, so that's going to be the last set of power wheels in there, and then this is where we'll turn the corner. So we'll basically come down in line with where this platform is and where this set of ruins is, but we'll probably stop about here. So it'll dump the bad water off in those 4 tiles there, basically. That should be fine. We can send some bots down to collect the scrap here, because again, bad water isn't really a problem. That should protect this whole area. But if we put a couple of dams across the end here, or maybe floodgates across the end here, we'll have another decent-sized lagoon of fresh water, which would be nice. We could set up some more tree planting, because as you can see, we're not doing so well for logs. Yeah, been having a look at what I can do about that. I was thinking, I could bring this section down with explosives and open this up. We would need another sort of water dump, fluid dump arrangement to hydrate all of this space, but that would open up a bit more planting area for us. That would be okay. Again, we could do the same over here and clear off this top layer here. In fact, we could come right down another layer, couldn't we? So it's the same height as this section. There'd be a lot of explosives, but it would open up that whole area, which would stay hydrated even during the drought and bad tide, as you can see. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It would require a lot of ladder, stairways and platforms to get up there, but it'd be worth it. The other option is, of course, out here, drop this layer and put in some hydration around the back, and use that for planting. So we have options. I just haven't decided which one to take yet. I have slightly expanded this section of tree planting. In fact, we could go a bit further, couldn't we? Let's go a bit further. Let's have a few more pines out here. Yeah, that's basically where we are. I will play on till the end of the bad tide. I want to get as much of this done as possible. Waiting for this set of explosives to go in. We've got the explosives coming here. Alright. I'll spin on to the end of the bad tide then. Day 18, so halfway through the bad tide. Everything's going okay. We've got a decent stock of bots and bot parts for the moment, so I'm happy with that. We've still got a decent amount of water in this large lagoon here. We've only got, I think, one water pump drawing from this whole section at the moment, and that's this one over here. Over here, where are we? Over here, we've cleared out the last little bit of those ruins there. These are now empty, so I can demolish these. There we go. Oops. And over here, we've got the first level of explosives laid in. So let's get rid of those stairs and then set these off. There we go. And lay in the next lot. And we'll start bringing that down, and we'll open this up for tree planting. Once we're down on the right level, we'll be able to put in a lumberjack to get rid of these dead trees. Yeah. And over here, yeah, things are progressing. I've put in the scaffold along the side. We've got the first of our platforms in. I've done the same over here. We're going to need to build out the platform this side as well. So there's going to be a lot of lumber and a lot of time. Our wood stores are slowly increasing. I put in a lumberjack over here to get rid of these trees, to get us a little bit more lumber in. And I'm probably going to put some steps down and a path across over here so they can get across and get rid of those dead trees as well. Anything for the lumber at the moment. Everything else is going okay. We need to build up our stocks of algae again. I have turned off our food factory until that happens. Yeah, that's where we are. So we are collecting scrap over here. And I put in some storage as well. All I'm going to do now is basically let those explosives get laid in. I mean, they're going pretty good, so I'll skip forward until they're done. Well, they took their time with that. Still, it's done now, so we can set these off as well. There we go, and I'll lay in the next level, and I'll be back at the end of the bad tide. The end of the bad tide. Fresh water returns. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And it should just switch over. Should just switch over. Usually does. There we go. There we go. Finally. Might need to adjust the settings on that a little bit. Make that a little less sensitive, perhaps. Anyway, that should be clear water going through there now. It is. I will open both of these for the moment, just so we can actually fill this back up again. We've done okay. Absolutely fine. I eventually did the sensible thing and turned off all of these engines. I've left a couple running just to, just so we're not using too much of this power, and we're obviously not, as you can see. It was trickling down, but it's now reversing, so I can turn those other two engines off if I want, but I think I'll leave them on for the moment. Yeah, everything else is going okay. We're starting to get our planting back. I will unpause that lumberjack so we can get a bit more of this wood collected. We have 252 algae in stock. They've only just... I'll leave that for a moment. I'll leave that until they've produced another harvest, and then I'll turn the algae rations back on. We did lose a little bit of hydration through this area because obviously the water level did drop. I could come along here and deepen all of this as well, and and it might be an idea to come along here and deepen this little section. Possibly even widen it. It might be an idea. I'll drop these down as well so we can start getting some water feeding back through and filling this lagoon up. Just got a few more trees to cut down there, and then we can take this next section off. And then I need to decide if I am going to actually take this down another layer. Maybe? Not sure. Probably. It'd probably be worth it, wouldn't it? The hydration would spread further if the land was lower down. Yeah. And then if we deepen this, that should help maintain hydration here even when the water levels drop a bit. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's turn these water pumps back on. And I can turn these 3 back on as well. There we go. Okay, I think that's everything for the moment. Over here we are making decent progress. We've reached the last section, just putting the levees in. You can see I've laid in the scaffold for the connecting up to the power. So each of these points is where the wheel will connect. We'll take out the path along here once it's all constructed and just use the scaffold to get backwards and forwards. And then this is where the power connectors are going to be. I'll need to fill in between them, obviously, to figure out which way we're going. But what I might do is bring it up and lay that across the path the same way we've done down here. Because that will save a lot of resources. We just need to worry about connectors up and onto a shaft across there rather than multiple platforms to connect everything. I did think about maybe using, where are we? The overhangs for this. Sort of having lower platforms and then spreading an overhang. But I think this is probably about the same amount of resources. Maybe slightly less. Certainly less metal, anyway. But that's where we are, and that... Oh. Thank you, autosave. That is where we are, and that is where we will leave it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give us any comments down below. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.